Olam consulted a map spread out across his saddle horn and then rode over to the nearest crossroads, peering up at the wooden placards. "This is it," he said. "Lowell's Fort." "That Bravis bastard promised me a barracks." "Looks like a barracks to me," Olam said. "It's a fort. A frontier fort by the looks of it, old enough that it was built when this was the frontier." "That doesn't look so bad," Olam responded with a half-hearted grin. "This is supposed to be a modern city." "Adapest still has a stone wall. The past sticks around." Flora cleared her throat. "Why can't we have the big fort out on the bay? What's it called? Fort Nide?" "I think the garrison is stationed there." Olam rode his horse about half a block, then returned. "It looks cosy," he reported unconvincingly. "You light a cigarette in that place and you'll kill us all." Olam's look soured. "This can't possibly be it," Flora repeated. "It is. How can you be sure?" Olam jerked his chin. "Because our contact is right there." Flora turned to find Mikhail Bravis in the shade of a nearby awning, at ease in the heat, his collar sweat-stained and his lapel undone, wearing the black, offset-button shirt and ridiculous bowler hat, the Black Horse trademark uniform. He gave Flora a wave. Flora resisted the urge to respond with a rude gesture. "Good afternoon, ma'am," Mikhail said as he crossed the street to join them. He squinted up at the sun, as if it were the first time he'd noticed it today. "Bit warm out, isn't it?" "Go to the pit," Flora answered. "You promised me a barracks." "Well, this is a barracks," Mikhail said. "It's a rotted ruin," Flora snapped. "If I'm going to be weeding out your problems, potentially facing rioters, I want some place my men can fall back to. A child throwing stones could break down those walls." Mikhail walked over to the wall and kicked at one of the timbers. A splinter the size of Flora's leg fell off. Mikhail stared at it for a moment, then turned to her with a salesman's smile. "Bit of paint, some plaster. It'll be a right as rain." "I want something else," Flora said. "There is nothing else." Olam cleared his throat. "It'll do Asian Bravis, but we want supplies to get this fixed up, even if we have to replace every timber." "I'll see what I can do." Flora shot Olam a look. Why didn't he ever let her give anyone a good chewing out anymore? "How is this place even still standing?" "We used it during the war," Mikhail answered. He turned to walk along the wall, and Flora dismounted, handing Olam the reins and following Mikhail on foot. "I was just a kid at the time. I was one of the lucky ones that got out before the Kes arrived, so I didn't see it firsthand. It's said that Lowell's Fort was the last defence at the Battle of Landfall, where we really turned the tide and fought the Kes back to the sea. Biggest battle of the whole war. Tens of thousands dying on both sides. If it weren't for the arrival of the Mad Lancers, it would have ended here, and I'd probably be speaking Kes." Flora exchanged a glance with Olam. It was the first time she'd heard of the Mad Lancers outside their meeting with Stike and Taniel's letters. "Who are the Mad Lancers?" she asked, hoping she didn't sound too casual. "Were," Mikhail corrected. "Bunch of mean bastards who fought for us against Kes. Ask around any pub in this town about Mad Ben Stike, and I'm sure you'll hear 1,000 stories, especially around here. Lots of veterans in this part of town." "Ben Stike," Olam echoed. "Everyone in Fatrasta knew his name. Damn near a legend." Mikhail shrugged. "Not supposed to talk about him. He was executed at the end of the war for disobeying orders. Sullied name and all that. But you know how legends are." "They refused to die," Flora said quietly. "Right you are, ma'am." Mikhail reached the front gate of Lowell's Fort and pushed open one of the big doors to reveal an overgrown muster yard filled with lean-tos and a handful